Alright, y'all, I have been getting so many questions about how tall I am, how high I jump, what my standing reach is, how I train to attack. So today we're going to be talking about hitting the ball as a shorter player. I want to start by talking about how, as a short player, hitting the ball feels like the holy grail of offense and beach volleyball. When you can't do it, you think that it's all you need. I think as a shorter player, you have to deal with so much doubt. There's this notion or idea that maybe it's physically impossible for me to hit the ball. And I think that's something that I thought for a long time. When I first started playing beach volleyball a little over 2.5 years ago, I absolutely could not hit the ball. For the entire first year, I couldn't hit the ball. And I was constantly trying to hit. I did everything I could. My second year, I started to inconsistently hit the ball. But I never really had a belief that I'd be able to do it consistently. And then finally now, in my third year, I have a consistent arm swing. I'm not even at the point where my progression's close to done. I have so much more to go in my offensive progression, but I can hit the ball. And I'm here to talk about a couple things. First, that I don't believe that physical limitation is there for anyone. If you are good enough, if you do enough things right, you can hit the ball. Then I want to talk about how I got to where I am. So going from a complete beginner to being able to hit pretty consistently. And then I want to end on the third thing, which is I don't believe you need to hit all the time. Okay, so what does a shorter player need to hit the ball? I think there's a couple things. The first thing is baseline athleticism. The shorter you are, the higher your vertical needs to be. It doesn't need to be insanely high. Even at a height like 5'6", I think a vertical of 30 plus is sufficient. In order to get that, you should do exercises like squats, trap bar deadlifts, sprinting, and max effort approaches. Those are like the holy grail to me of vertical training, but there are people far more specialized than I am that know a lot more than I do, and you should go and take their advice. So I spent that whole first year in the gym, and all of that made it so that I had a strong leg foundation. The second thing you need, especially for beach volleyball, is a good, consistent approach. And the shorter you are, the better you need to be at this part. Your approach needs to do a couple things. First, it needs to speed you up. Second, it needs to keep you in control. And third, it needs to convert your athleticism. Over the period of time, from me having a strong lifting foundational background to where I am now, I just jumped so many times, and I was constantly thinking about how can I jump higher? What should I try in my approach to make me a better jumper? And all of that worked. It's like, if you're trying to jump higher, you will eventually jump higher. You just need to keep trying. Your body needs to get used to the sand. It needs to get used to moving. It needs to get used to gaining momentum and going up, and it starts to feel more and more consistent. And the third thing you need, which is also the thing I'm not the best at yet, is an arm swing. I've only been developing my arm swing for like 6 months now, and it's made a pretty big difference for me. I would say this is the last piece. Once you're consistently getting high enough over the net, it's time for you to develop an arm swing. If you're an indoor player, congrats, you probably already have a good one. If you're a beach player and you're learning it on the fly, there are some great resources. Torque Volleyball helped me a lot, but you need to start to develop that hip and shoulder separation. Okay, and then the final thing I wanted to talk about is how valuable an arm swing is or isn't. Do I think an arm swing adds to my game? Yes, and I'm not even good at it yet, but I don't think it's the only way for me to win, nor do I think it's even in the top 5 most important things that I do. I think if my goal was to get good as fast as I possibly could, which it kind of is, I would stop working on my arm swing. And while my goal is to get as good as fast as I possibly can, I just like hitting the ball. It's fun. I like being short and being able to swing. So it's something I'm not going to stop doing, even if it isn't the most optimal, because it's fun. But the better I get, the more I realize that the guys that swing hard are not that scary. Like, honestly, there's so many more things that are scary than someone who can just rip the ball. These days, I'll often serve the big player because ball control, being able to put the ball in a tough spot, making good attacking decisions is so much more important than how hard you can hit the ball. But bouncing the ball is cool. So for my short, undersized attackers, I'm here to tell you 2 things. 1, it's not impossible. You can hit the ball. And 2, you don't need to hit the ball. And if you want to be a short player that doesn't hit the ball, I'd recommend checking out the Short King of the Beach. He's an incredible beach volleyball player, and he doesn't hit the ball at all. Like, at all. As for myself, I'm currently grinding my way to a AAA. You can follow my Road to AAA series. And my goal is to just get as good as I possibly can while doing the things I want to do. I want to hit the ball. I want to make great digs. And I want to be a short player that wins at a high level. So if you enjoyed this video or want more of it, let me know. And please do subscribe and follow.